Let me tell you about a school I went to in Chatham, Virginia. Hargrave Military Academy. Man, I tell you what, I was a wild child when I was young. I mean, when I was 10, 11, 12, I was in a lot of trouble in school. I was failing. I was basically just in bad shape. My mom decided she was going to send me to summer school at Hargrave Military Academy. I didn't like it. I'd much rather be playing with my friends on the street, messing with Skippy. I'll tell you a little bit about Skippy. This little girl that lived on the street, I just had a crush on her. I did. I mean, at age 10, 11, she was just a cutie. And we had so much fun together. I'd go to her house all the time. I missed her a lot. So at summer school, it was basic. It really wasn't where we wore a uniform and all that stuff. Now, what I want you to do right now, I'm using IV cam. And unfortunately, IV cam, when I'm trying to show my screen, I'm going to try this. I don't know. I'm going to let you listen to it instead. What it's doing is it's showing, I don't know, it's all messed up, but I want you to just hear this for a minute. And this is a cadet talking about Hargrave.
After the death of my mother, I was kind of a mess. I was struggling academically. I didn't do homework. I didn't really go to school that often. And in addition to that, I just didn't behave. I had a severe problem with authority and following directions. And finally, my dad said I was going to Hargrave. And at first I fought, and I cried, and I whined, and I protested. And I remember the first night here, I said I'm going to open my eyes, and this is all just going to have been a nightmare. But after I woke up, and after I moved down to Company Street, it wasn't a nightmare anymore. It was a dream. Because that drive, that internal push and motivation to do better, it had been lacking for 17 years of my life, had finally appeared. I finally had a purpose. The purpose was to succeed, to just find a goal and run with it.
Below the statue are inscribed the words, "I came a boy, here I became a man."
What you have here is a family, and some kids don't have that. And so that's kind of what makes Hargrave unique is the teachers, they want to go and they want to build like a personal relationship with you. You can set the foundation for anywhere that you want to go in life. I mean, it has literally sidewalks for you to take and choose to go and be successful.
I get a little bit emotional about Hargrave. I'll never forget the day my mom said, "Bobby, I'm sending you to Hargrave Military Academy." For real. I cried. I protested. I told my mother how much I loved her, how I wanted to be there. Oh my God. I never forget. Really, and you go through Reidsville, North Carolina, through Danville. Wow. You look at the beauty of the mountains there. And the scenery is just incredible as you go over the hill to come down into Chatham, Virginia. I'll never forget my first day at Hargrave. I wore my fatigues. They had not assigned us our uniforms yet. We had to go get that. Somehow or another, I sprained my ankle, but didn't really think much of it. I knew nothing about infirmary. I knew nothing about my ankle. So I had combat boots on, but I couldn't lace them all the way up because my ankle was swollen. I remember I was doing the right face, left face, parade rest, and we were doing all that, and an officer came up to me, and I think, was it an officer or a sergeant? I can't remember. It seemed like the officers came later. They would come later. I think it was the sergeant, I believe. But he said, Cadet Crozier. I said, yes. He said, you need to go to the infirmary. I said, where's that? And they showed me. So I was put on, oh God, I can't remember what they called that. It's where you didn't have to go into formation in March. So, and I am emotional today because I started thinking about my mother. I told you that I was a mama's boy, and I was a mama's boy. And there's nothing wrong with that. And so at Hargrave, I hated every second. I did. I hated every second. And I fought hard against Hargrave. I mean, I fought and they just said, fine. I remember the commandant telling me, fine, you'll stay on bull ring, you'll walk off tours till you learn how to be able to be a cadet and have some respect. And my first year there, I was in trouble all the time. I had no free time at all. None. I think it might have been the second semester there that I did start to kind of understand where they were coming from. You know, if I started to behave and do the things that I was asked to do, study, and I mean, you don't have a choice, you go to class, but the thing is I began to understand what Hargrave was saying to me. I had to submit to them and do what they tell me to do. So eventually I did get off of the walking tours on bull ring, and you had to have a rifle and all that, and you walk around in a circle. I was in infantry, and back then, you know, music was the thing at Hargrave. We had speakers. We would play music constantly. I don't ever remember not having some sort of music on. I was talking to my roommate, and another guy was in there in infantry, and he was saying, he heard me singing. He said, you sing? I said, yeah, I sing. He said, do you play any instruments? I said, yeah, I play saxophone. Why are you in the infantry? Why don't you join a band company? What is a band company? Huh? I remember Terrell was the band director. That was his last year. I was on 2F because I remember I was telling you I really struggled at Hargrave in this classroom. I really did. I struggled because I missed so much, basically not applying myself in junior high school and elementary school to have that, to pass the classes. I can't remember where the pendulum switch came, but my second year at Hargrave, freshman, sophomore, yeah, something like that. My second year, I began to start to apply myself a little bit more. So I got off the 2F and got on C list. Huge accomplishment for me. Now I'm going to stop here and talk about my mother. My mother was working day and night to send me to Hargrave. I mean, every single day. Okay? She taught school in the morning and school at night. I mean, long hours. She devoted her life to send me to Hargrave. My second year on C list, I was able to go out on parades, which was so much fun. We got to go to so many places in Virginia, North Carolina. I think there was somewhere else we went to, and I can't remember now, for parades. I met some very fine girls in Chatham. Very fine girls, and dated a lot of them. Diane, for one, really still has my heart. I love Diane. The town people were just marvelous, and they would adopt the cadets. It was so cool. I mean, I remember going to one home, and it was so cool. The parent would say, "Come on in, Bobby. Sit on down. We got some pizza. You like some pizza?" Now, I want to talk about the faculty staff. The faculty staff is outstanding, and they go beyond where other teachers at other schools don't. They unselfishly, and this is true, they don't get paid for this. Their free time they would spend working with the cadets. They'd be coaches. They would do one-on-one tutoring with cadets. They were just very, very active. Now, as I grew with Hargrave Military Academy, my dad died. Yeah, I was excited. I mean, my dad dying really didn't break my heart at all. It really didn't. I'm kind of glad he did die, but and I still people still have a hard time with that. They go, "How can you say that about your own father? You didn't know him." I thought I get to go home because my mom's alone, right? I'm the boy. I'm the man. So I told my mom, I never forget it. I said, "Mom, I can move back home and go back to school here." You know, I said, "I love you and I want to be there for you." That did not work at all. My mom said, "Sorry, son, you're going back to Hargrave." I remember when I got to my junior year, Hargrave really went beyond to help me. Beyond to help me. Now, I will say that we were my junior and senior year, there was a lot of marijuana smoking at Hargrave. But you got to understand, at that time, marijuana was in. Everybody smoked marijuana. I think even the president had said he smoked marijuana. That really has nothing to do with anything, but I'll tell you that story later. And I mean, parents that might be watching this, think about sending their son there. Don't worry, Hargrave doesn't have any more marijuana there. You got to understand, guys, this was back in the 70s. It's a lot different now. I don't even know why I said that. Here I am trying to get parents to send their kids there, and I'm like, I've always said this about Hargrave. If you send your boy there, or girl, they have girls now that go there. I don't think they're boarding, I don't believe, but I don't know. Just contact Hargrave, they'll let you know. My senior year, I was first sergeant. And it was really fascinating to be... Really, your senior year at Hargrave is your best year. Your best year. I remember the very last day. I remember graduation. I remember my mom was there. Darcy... Some of the church people that I went to, I think it was Eastway Baptist, I'm not sure. They were there for it. And we all smoked cigars. We all had cigars in our mouths, smoking cigars. So, as I said, I mean, for me, I say Hargrave Military Academy is one of the best Hargrave military academies in America today. If you go there and apply yourself, you can go to the Citadel, West Point. You can also go to any university in America. They will let you in. All that you got to do is apply yourself. And basically, as they say, you come there as a boy and you leave as a man. It's true. Peace, guys. Love you so much. And I'll keep you posted on my doctor's appointment.